Hi, for today's video we're going to do a little bit of coding. We're going to use a program called Scratchjr. Now Scratchjr is a free app that you can download on a tablet or you can download onto an iPad. So you should be able to find it in the Play Store or the App Store. Here's Scratch down at the bottom, the little cat, so I'm just going to click on Scratch. Now when Scratch comes up here we get the home button, so we're going to just click on the home button. Now the children will be very used to using Scratch because it's just something that we use a lot in coding in school. To start a new project we're going to click on the add sign which is up there in the top corner. Now here's our layout. Here's Scratch the cat. Now we can move Scratch the cat around using my finger, but today we're going to give him some coding blocks and we're going to make him play basketball. So the first thing he's going to need a basketball. Now over here on the left hand side you can see Scratch the cat with an orange box around him. Underneath there we've got a plus sign. Now if I click on that plus sign it brings up a whole range of characters that are in the program that you can use already. So we're going to go further down the list here just by using my finger to flick it up, and we've got a basketball. So let's click on the basketball and click on the little tick up here in the top corner. Right, now let's move the ball down to Scratch down here. There we go. Now the next thing we're going to need a background. Now at the top we've got a range of icons. Now next to the one that's got the ABC on, we've got one that's seems to have a landscape on it. So I'm going to click on that one, and that gives us backgrounds that have already been designed that we can put in the program. Oh, wrong one. We need the basketball court, which is that one there. So let's click on the tick, and there we go. I tend to find this one's the best one because it's side on and it just makes it easier. Right, what we're going to do now is going to give Scratch the cat some instructions. Now, I talked about Scratch the cat before on the left hand side. You can see we've got the basketball there now. Just make sure that you click on Scratch the cat. Now you've got that orange box around. He'll be the one now that's getting the instructions. So let's add in some instructions into Scratch. First thing I'm going to do is to click on the yellow button down here, and I'm going to bring in the green flag. This means when I click the green flag at the top, my set of instructions will start to work. Right, let's go to the blue one now, and we're going to make him just move across to the right by dragging down this block. Now if I click on the green flag at the top there, he only moves a slight bit. You can change that. Where you've got the number 1 on the right hand block, if you click on the number 1, it'll bring up a sort of a calculator display. I'm going to give him 12 moves forward now, and once we've done that we're going to click in the red one here, so that set of instructions will then stop after he's moved to the right. So let's click on the green flag, over he goes, and he's just underneath the basketball court. Perfect. Right, what we're going to do now is just move him back to that position, and this time we're going to click on the basketball on the left hand side and give the same instructions to the basketball. So he's going to move across, but he's going to move across 12 squares, and then this time we're going to just finish off that little bit of code, and let's see what happens now when we click on the green flag. Let's go across. The ball goes with Scratch. Now obviously in basketball you have to bounce the ball, so let's make the ball bounce. Right, I'm going to stay on the instructions here for the basketball. I'm going to click on the yellow flag, and bring in the green flag here. We're then going to make the ball bounce. We're going to make it bounce 4 times. So I click on the directional ones. We can use this arrow here, the second one from the end, which goes up and goes down. Now I can do that 4 times, but we're going to use a repeat block, which you find in the orange one here. So let's just drag that one in. Now anything inside that loop there will repeat 4 times. So let's go back to the blue block, and let's get the one that goes up and comes down again. So let's just drag that one in. We're going to go to the red one now and just finish off that set of code there. Right, let's move Scratch back. Let's move the basketball back. Let's click on the green flag, and let's see if Scratch can now bounce the ball towards the net. And there he goes. Now, what I would then do with this is, if you want to challenge yourself, is can you get the ball to leap up and go into the basket? I'll give you a clue. The block you need is already on the screen. If I just do that, the block needs to go in there somewhere. Just have a little think about it. What other children have done before in the past is they've put characters on the top that jump up and down to cheer Scratch on. So that's today's task. Have a little go, see what you think. And I'd love to see some of these examples on the internet. Thank you. Take care.